There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for James Harden.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. And looking at the Nets, Mills out there with Harden. Then it's Durant. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bembry in at the small forward. And New Year's Day, Greg, a time to turn the page and look ahead.
And hopefully to better days. A time for renewed hope and renewed commitments. And everybody's an optimist on the first of the year.
Now here's Harden. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. No good from outside. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. A nice shot by George.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handling. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands. And most times, it's pretty good. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jackson looking around from 13. Zubac the pass to Jackson. And George kicks to Ibaka. Kept alive to the wing right side. Three-pointer. And Marcus Morris good for three.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Harden the pass to Durant. Here's the floater. And it's blocked by Ibaka. He gets that one. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Harden against Jackson. Shoots the three. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Mills passes to Durant. Aldridge kicks to Bembry. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. And here's Mills for three. No good that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's Jackson with the three. Outside, George fires from deep. Bembry with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and he converts the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. They trail by 1. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. And Marcus Morris with the three. He has 6.
George's all-around game is very impressive, and his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The pass to Bembry. Here's Harden on the wing. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, takes the 13-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
From deep, George. And another three for the Clippers.
Paul George has such confidence in his three-point shot now. It's almost like he expects them all to go in.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson misses.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Durant gets hauled in by the Clippers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Now, here's George, covered by Mills. And George, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 7 points in the game. Nets trail by 4. Harden surveying the D. He kicks it to Durant. From the arc. Durant with another miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Launches a 3, and Marcus Morris with the 3. He's got 9.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Down low, here's Bembry. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill, incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
So it's the Clippers now. It's a 5-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
Mills finds Aldridge. Durant against Ibaka. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Pass to Zubac. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Harden the pass to KD. It's good. That's 7 points for KD.
Well, he's capable of scoring from anywhere. Durant's size and touch make him a prime-time threat inside.
Clippers leading by 3. Bledsoe outside. This one for 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Harden with the screen on Ibaka. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Marcus Morris, Sr. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Johnson in for Kevin Durant. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 5, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Here's Bledsoe after the basket by Brooklyn. Driving inside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best.
The Nets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Over to the wing. Pass to Johnson. Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Bledsoe. Off target from outside.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Ibaka looking for an opening. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Good. Nice job down low. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Net shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. And he drives in. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. On the wing, George. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Pass to Harden. The 3. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Harden with a screen on Zubac. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Bledsoe outside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
Because of his strength and his athleticism, he kind of burrows his way inside and gets contact because he's looking for it. No fear from Bledsoe there.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
So he gets them both.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe, and he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
We're giving t-shirts to the loudest section in the building. Come on, who wants it? Get loud! Fans, your Brooklyn Nets.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Hartenstein's checked in for Zubac. Justice Winslow comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Johnson in for Kennard. Harden right side. To end the run. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, I like the understated focus that Harden brings to the table. Despite getting knocked around, his concentration allows him to play through the bumps.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
Free throw good from Harden.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch, and he now often looks for his teammates first.
Sinks the triple. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Harden. 33 points last game. Griffin looking around. Harden left side. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
Here is Carter, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the pass to Harden. Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Winslow. Johnson with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Offensive rebound. Launches it. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Carter against Johnson. Passes to Harden.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Pass to Winslow. Out to the right wing. Fires it up. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Johnson against Carter. Pass to Harden. Back to Carter. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly pulled inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Bledsoe. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Carter, that's good.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Clippers leading by 13. Bledsoe outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden.
You know, Bledsoe is so athletic and plays with such great energy. It's hard to defend him sometimes without fouling.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
First free throw is good. Brooklyn making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for Johnson. And it's Mills in for James Harden. Bledsoe hits them both.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
Clippers leading by 15. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go with the three. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 8.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
And it's Brown missing. Bledsoe outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right, coming onto the court. Come on.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Clippers leading by 21. We've got Mills. Paul Millsap out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Durant. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. They grab their own miss. Outside for George. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Here's Ibaka. And finally they hit one. Ibaka's got his first points of the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
To the right side. And here's Mills from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Winslow, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here is Carter. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Carter, the pass to Durant. Aldridge with a screen on George. And finished up by KD.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Now Winslow following Durant's three-point attempt. Carter dished it to Mills. It's stolen by Ibaka. George against Durant. A nice shot by George.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. KD on the wing, defended by George. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
We get t-shirts and they're free. Who wants one? Come on, make some noise. Fans, your Brooklyn Nets.
Andre Bembry's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Carter. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Winslow. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Johnson. Los Angeles leading by 22. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Drills it from outside. Bledsoe's got 14 points for the game.
Hey, I tell you what, nobody's working harder on offense than Bledsoe tonight. His numbers tell the story.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Bledsoe against Harden. Durant attacking, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim, watch out below.
LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. From outside the arc, Brooklyn with the rebound. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside. Bembry misses.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Ibaka down low. Aldridge is covering. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Johnson, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Bledsoe. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. There's Jackson with the 3. No good on that one.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Here's Mills driving to the basket. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the basket by Jackson.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The dish to KD. The shake. There's the drive.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Clark, as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
Clark, you had excellent handles for a front court player. How much of a benefit is it for a big man to be comfortable with the dribble, with the ball in his hand?
I think it's so valuable. And now it's a dozen to a dozen big guys can put it on the ground. I mean, it used to be 2 out of a dozen guys you'd see 6'8" or better that could really handle the ball in my day, but now it's commonplace, and it's a valuable skill. My late dad, emphasized that from the time I started playing organized basketball. Make sure you can go with the ball where you want to against pressure. If you can do that, then you'll always add value to your team as a big guy.
Throw good, Paul George.
Bursting onto the scene during the 2013 Eastern Conference Finals, Paul George went head-to-head with LeBron in an epic 7-game series. PG didn't get the finals, but he did gain the respect of the basketball world.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Reggie Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Harden. Rebound by the Clippers. On the wing, George. Defended by Durant. Kennard for 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And here's Mills for 3.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
In the corner, George with it. From deep. And it's KD with the rebound. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Now here's Mills. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And here is Los Angeles now. And here's George. And it's good. 2 points. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring right now.
The Nets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. To the paint, here's Bembry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
It's been all Clippers. Now the pass to Kennard. For 3, Bledsoe. The shot comes out. Harden outside. Takes the 3. Paul George grabs the miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Drills the three-pointer. George has got 18 points in the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Passes it to Kennard. Right wing. Inside. And he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
It's the Nets now. Harden outside. KD finds Mills. Johnson with a screen on Kennard. With the drive, Mills can't hit.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Here's Bledsoe. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Harden, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute them because his shot making is not happening right now.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Bembry. 8 points for him. Kicks to Mills. Will it go? The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Hartenstein. Kennard on the wing. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Harden the pass to Mills. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the drive. Mills can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His first foul.
Yeah, you know, the Australian Mills continues to prove his value. I mean, he's extremely good in the locker room. He hustles all the time. And he's a guy who earns and demands respect because of his attitude and consistency.
And he makes the first. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Johnson. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Bembry. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in for Paul George. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Johnson in for Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities to get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
So it's the Clippers now. James Harden missing on the 3. The tray. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And Millsap puts it in.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
1:22 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Mann. From downtown. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
To the inside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Wow, I'll tell you, Morris is on one tonight, pumping his points in left and right.
And the Nets shooting them easily 26% in the second quarter. Now here's Mills, defended by Batum, and a deep 3 from Harden. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Mills in the corner. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Mills has got 7.
Guys, this is where Mills thrives. He's ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hand. Excellent catch and shoot play.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Los Angeles Clippers.
There was no shortage of dimes on this team, that's for sure. Numerous guys displayed good court vision, moved the ball, led to great shots. They're in full control of this game right now.
All right, now moving on to highlight two of the standout performers so far in the first half.
It's like a supernova colliding. I mean, fans love these star matchups. Always the potential for a huge play. They draw so much attention, it frees up the rest of the team. Oh, and the momentum can change in a heartbeat with these guys on the floor.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Johnson is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Mann in at the three, the small forward. Batum with the steal. Rebound, Brooklyn. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. And here are the Clippers now. James Harden missing on the three. Pulls up. And that's good for two. Ibaka's got his third basket of the night right there. The net shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Down low, Bembry. And they'll get another chance. To the paint, they shoot again. Out to the right wing. Here's Mills. He's got 7. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now here's Batum, covered by Mills. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Batum, no good. Nets are gone, 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. From past the arc, Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Into the lane. Bembry misses. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Up top, Ibaka. 6 points for him. He gets it in there. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Durant. The step back jumper is good. KD's got 15 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is Ibaka. 8 points for him. Connects from three-point range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
And And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
The Clippers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Batum against Durant. A shot by Batum, no good. The Nets have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. No good from Durant. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. Fourth, the Clippers.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Now here's Johnson following the shot by Kevin Durant. Batum with the 3. Bembry with the rebound. The pass to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Boy, at 6'11", Aldridge makes this look really easy. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's over.
And here is Los Angeles now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Johnson kicks to Ibaka. Back to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Bembry. Aldridge against Johnson. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
Who wants a t-shirt? Come on, I want to hear you. Who, you, let's go. And your Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Brooklyn. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
And seeing where the Nets are, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Nets. Pass to Bembry. The Nets working the ball around now. Aldridge with a screen on Bledsoe. Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
His first foul.
And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin, and he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids, and certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
The first free throw is good.
Harden's career, as we all know, is littered with huge stats, but he recently became the first player in NBA history to post a 30-point triple-double in a debut game with a new team.
James Johnson's checked in for the Nets. The Clippers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Jackson from long range. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Harden the pass to Durant. They set the screen. And the Nets miss again.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
The three from George. And another three for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Jackson against Carter. Outside, George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Here is Carter. He has 7. Pass to Harden. To stop the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
A 3-ball. The Clippers rebound. Here's Hartenstein, and the shot goes down. Hartenstein's got his first points in this one.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. To the middle. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
The Clippers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. The three from George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 26 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so here are the Clippers. James Harden missing on the 3. Bledsoe for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
You know, Bledsoe is a decent shooter from outside, but I think it's really important that he continues to connect from there.
Carter, the pass to the Bembry. Here's Harden. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Won't go in for the 6th time in 14 shots tonight. He's made 8. Here's KD, and he uses the glass on the layup. 19 points for KD.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Los Angeles now. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And that's now 25 points for Marcus Morris. Nets shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. A shot by Harden, wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
They get it back. And the pass to Bledsoe. Out left to the wing. Fires the 3. No good that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's the break. In the corner, George with it. Buries it from 3-point range. George has got 11 points here in just the second half. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
In close, he hits it. George has got 13 points in just this quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Harden finds KD. Harden sets the pick for KD. For the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Passes it to Johnson. Jackson against Harden. Johnson wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. To the left side wing. The three. And Marcus Morris with the three. 28 points for him.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
1:16 left to play in the third. Pass to Harden. Takes it inside, and it's Harden shutting it down.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Hartenstein. Johnson with the block. Durant kicks to Bembry. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Tries it from 9. Johnson from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hartenstein's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. And that one released in time, but no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Now take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Bruce Brown, Carter out there with Thomas. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Griffin in at center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's denied. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile One block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Carter against Kennard. And it's Carter penetrating. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
And well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path. And I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, you know, for the environment, for the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Kennard against Carter. Outside Thomas. Carter with the screen. And the rejection by Zubac. They recover it. 5 to shoot. Pass to Thomas. His three-pointers off the mark. The Clippers shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. And there's the pass to Kennard. Takes a three. Man gets the bucket.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now here is Carter inside. Griffin kicks to Carter. Now Thomas back to Millsap. Puts up a three. And with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Winslow's shot is off, and it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker and Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Thomas against Kennard. Bledsoe outside. And another three for the Clippers.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
It's Brown on the wing. Griffin trying to get open, and it's Brown missing. LA's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Bledsoe. Over Thomas. No good from Bledsoe. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Brown, and the rejection by Zubac.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Man can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Carter against Kennard. And that one's good. Millsap.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. That shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Thomas's shot is off. Winslow against Millsap. Now here's Winslow. Defense is right there. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Picked by Griffin. Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Clippers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. Man. Off target from three-point range.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Millsap. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. Mann gets the bucket. Here is Carter. Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed, and it's overall probably a positive thing for the players.
The Clippers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Shots good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 24 points.
You know, really hard to corral Bledsoe when he's playing with that unbridled energy. He's understated, but always aggressive.
Carter, the pass to Brown. Carter sets the pick for Brown. Drives to the hoop. And then Brown with the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Bledsoe after the basket by Brooklyn. Banked in off the glass. Bledsoe's got 7 now in this quarter.
Tell you what, there's not a guard any stronger in the league than Bledsoe. His upper body strength, impressive.
Here is Carter. Nifty move. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Griffin. Here he goes. Out to Carter. Griffin a screen on Kennard. Carter drives in. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. Mann gets the bucket.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Nice job by Bledsoe keeping the mid-range game alive, because that requires shot discretion, and he showed it to you there.
Now here's Thomas. Carter down low, working on Zubac, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Bledsoe. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bledsoe's got 30 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Brooklyn with the ball. Brown outside. Carter outside. Millsap sets the pick for Carter. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Team second. At the line, Jevon Carter. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Carter. Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
Now here's Jackson. Winslow with it. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here is Carter outside Griffin. Carter with a screen on Zubac. And Griffin, here we go. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And a miss there on the triple.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The 3 from George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 34.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Carter with a screen on Johnson. Thomas goes in. Not going to go that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. George with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Thomas dishes to Carter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-6 run. Thomas against Johnson. Tries from the block. Good as the jump shot falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Griffin. Outside for Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Carter, the pass to Thomas. Now here's Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Carter with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And in this era of player empowerment, Clark, you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically, but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them, and that's an encouraging sign from my perspective.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Johnson, he's checked in for Griffin, and it's Mills in for Thomas.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
You know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
When you see the competitive spirit of Mills, you knock down the shot on his team, he's coming for the payback.
Now here's Jackson. On the wing, Winslow. He kicks to Johnson. Johnson with the block. And here's Mills.
Clippers foul. Reggie Jackson, his first foul. 4th team foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Patrick Mills. At the line, 2 times.
Free throw good, Mills. And both free throws good for Mills. There's Jackson with the 3. Misses there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and led to the win. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
Welcome back to Expert Tips. I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K, and today let's talk about what's new with shooting in NBA 2K22. The basics of shooting haven't changed. You can still shoot jumpers by simply holding the shot button or pro stick. But this year, getting quality